Hello everyone, this is Ibrahim Peak, and what you're looking at right now is Oriels, a program for Windows 10 that allows you to use your Windows inside of VR. Let's get right down to it. I'll be explaining how this whole thing works. You look left and right by using your mouse cursor, clicking in the middle and moving it to the edge of the screen in order to turn. You load the windows into the environment by hitting J. It looks like a mess right now, so the easiest thing to do is just hit P, and that clears everything up by spreading it out kind of evenly. It's still a little wonky. I'm working on it. You can't really see anything because the sun is too bright, so let's just go ahead and move a window over. And this right here are all the instructions in written form. Unload windows, etc. And you can actually edit these things, but the biggest thing right now is actually controlling the window. You can scroll up or down in order to move them in or towards or away from your character. You can do this with any window on the fly. And you can also reposition all the windows by hitting P again. It's a bit bright here, and even though you can move them around, it's still a little hard to see. So what we're gonna do is close all the windows and load up the other levels by hitting L and then selecting the one we want. We hit Space Station because that's the darkest. And we can repeat the same process here. Just go ahead and hit J and then spread them out. And then, well, pick and choose whichever ones you want to manipulate first. I'm grabbing my website here. It's really just Firefox. And then let's go ahead and grab the instructions just to show what we can do inside Windows input mode. There are two modes. There's world input and then there's Windows input. And by hitting Control Alt middle click, it's a little convoluted in order to keep things safe. It's alpha still. You can enter Windows input mode. You can edit, scroll up or down files just like you would on a normal Windows desktop in a normal program. Highlight, etc. Just do whatever you would normally do. It's going to feel a little different, especially if you're in a head-mounted display, well, outside of a head-mounted display. But by hitting Control click, you can go in between both modes pretty naturally once you get used to it. And you can see here, since this is Firefox, I can just go ahead and enter my URL and find a nice video to watch. I like Praise the Sun. He seems pretty cool. Let's go ahead and find another video to watch. He has some other good ones. As you can see, you can maximize YouTube videos and clear all their ads and stuff. So clicking on Windows is just as intuitive as if you weren't using this thing at all. At least we're trying anyway. Now we can go ahead and clear all these windows so we can get ready to select another world. You can always resum them, just in case you mess something up. They'll reappear. All right, now let's go ahead and select Blueprint Office. This is one of the original Unreal Engine levels that came out. It's still beautiful. Go ahead and load our windows. Now, you can do wall just like you did before, but you can also orbit them around you by hitting O, and they'll appear everywhere around you, just encircling you. That way you can just turn and see what you want. It might be useful to some people. Later on, we'll add some more stuff. The only thing that you got to watch out for is that these things do block you in case you want to try and move. So just hit P again in order to make a wall, and that way you can just move freely. Now, if you want to try and open up a new window, a new program, this is where it gets a little difficult. What you would have to do is go into World Input mode by hitting Control Alt middle click. Go ahead and hit that Windows key and type in the program that you want. In this case, we're going to try and do Hearthstone. So battle.net will pop up. We'll be able to click into battle.net and then go ahead and start our Hearthstone, and we'll be able to play that. It's a little clunky again, but sooner or later we're going to have this all nice and fleshed out. I think right now we're at subsistence level. Hate it. Almost stepped backwards, but what are you going to do? So just like Firefox and pretty much every other program you can interact with games, Hearthstone here is a nice example. Now, like there's some edge cases like the original Mirror's Edge where it's just strange. You can't even get into the game from this. But I'm not really sure how to fix those. In most cases, though, I figure like 80, 90%. We're gonna get 95, 100% in like maybe 5, 6 months, and then we'll be good to go. Woo. All right, so those are pretty much all the controls for this program. Uh, since this is an Unreal Engine 4 type of thing, for Oculus Rift, you're gonna have to hit Alt Enter in order to enable it before you click into the window at all. Otherwise, the input will get a little funky because Windows doesn't really allow this kind of thing to happen. And to exit the game, since again the input is kind of funneled into other windows, you, the way that you get out of this one is to hit Escape key 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you'll get the heck out. It's also the emergency exit. If for some reason something doesn't work, hit Escape key 5 times, you're out. 5 times in a row without hitting any other key. There's also an uninstaller in case anything decides to screw up. I'd rather not screw up your guys' computer. Anyway, thanks. Please give me a lot of input. I would really, really, really like it. Good or bad. Harsh is better than none. Thank you. Bye.